Great looking flannel.
I like it. I just want it to be warm.
Does it have pockets on the sides as well?
I wish. It does. I didn't even know that. Oh, well, they're a little too far.
That's a little far.
Like, we don't need to extend the pockets to overlap.
Right. Well, I don't think they overlap, right? That's a button up.
That
Can't overlap.
Just a button.
Just a little bit.
This is weird. Weird shirt.
It's a shacket.
It's a shacket.
Or a shirt.
It's a shacket shirt.
Shacket.
Speaking of shackets.
Welcome to Whiskey Bits,
With Matt and Phil.
where we talk all things whiskey.
And all things comedy. What are we drinking today, Phil?
I thought that today would be a good day for you to try the Blantons.
I don't have my shirt on.
That's okay. You're wearing a flannel.
That's true.
That'll work.
That'll work.
Yep,
Because
that'll
there's
work.
a horse on the top.
Because there's a horse. Because there's a horse on the top.
And people that ride horses, I was going to say drive horses. People that drive horses wear flannel.
Well, people who ride horses drive cattle.
That's true.
Huh.
Learn something new every day. We should call this episode Gussets and Flannel.
Would you hand me a glass? I will pop this open.
So this is the famed Blantons that everyone's like, it's Blantons. See, I'm excited because I'm like, oh, is it really that good? Or
well, we're going to find out what you think of it together.
so talk about the
right
bottle.
now.
Tell me about the bottle. Why do they
I
have
will
the
tell
horsey,
you about the bottle.
horsey on top?
I will tell you about the bottle.
Is it hard to pour when you have an extra appendage in front of you, aka microphone arm?
No, I think it did okay. So it is one of the most unique bottles, I think, in all of whiskey, in all of bourbon, and as you can see, it kind of has a round shape, just very unique. I mean, you could spot that bottle from across the bar easily, and if you don't notice the bottle, I mean, certainly the top is going to stand out to you. So
Is that? I'm just picturing you. You said it has a nice round shape. You can spot it from across the bar. Are you describing like a date you had at some point in your life, or what's happening here? It's got a nice round shape. You can see it all the way across the bar from the back of the bar.
it's
Back
good.
of the restaurant.
I
I don't know what that voice is.
me neither.
Tired cowboy.
No, Batman.
It's Christian Bale Batman.
That's Christian Bale, Batman.
I do like the bottle. It's a cool bottle.
It's a cool bottle. I've never had a date that was round across the room, and I could only see just it's round and across the room. Although it does remind me of Arrested Development when Buster,
Hi, brother.
loses his glasses and he can't see anything, and he spots Lucille, the second Lucille, not his mom.
Oh, right.
And
Yes.
and he describes her as just a brownish spot with points. That's what I thought of.
You can't see jack squat.
Because you can see. I saw a brownish points.
A brownish spot with points.
So a roundish bottle. It's got this really unique, cool looking top. It is a jockey riding a horse.
I love it.
And each top, usually a little bit different. They have a bunch of different tops. Each one of them with a letter underneath on the bottom left hand side. There's a letter on there, and they spell out Blantons. So you can collect these tops, and
They make you
spell out
They're like
Blantons.
Pokemon. The Pokemon of whiskey. Got to catch them all. You got to drink them all, and then you die from alcohol poisoning.
You could just go buy them.
Right.
It is possible just to go buy them.
Yeah, you don't have to catch them.
But the cool thing is if you drink them, if you have them all, you can bring them into the Buffalo Trace Distillery, and they will make a display for you out of your toppers that you collect.
Really?
Yeah.
What is the display?
I don't know exactly.
Like
I have no desire to collect all the tops. That's just not.
That's crazy.
Not what I do. But the other neat part about it is the B starts off standing still, and by the middle, the N and the T, which this is the first N. There's two N's, right? There's one with an apostrophe. Yep. There's one with the apostrophe. So this is the first N. they as you move left to right, it's actually a horse going through an entire race. So you'll see them. It starts off standing and standing, but in the middle, they're in various degrees of running.
I think you meant the text on the label, and I was like, it doesn't look crooked to me, Phil.
No.
Okay, so the horses are moving.
A horse, it looks like it's moving when you look at them all in a row. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. So these are also, so this was their original single barrel whiskey.
Okay.
So this all Blantons is a single barrel, and it gives you a lot of really cool information. They only have one barrel
in the whole.
Maybe that's why it's so hard to get.
That's why. So it's the single.
Expensive.
There's only one.
There's only one barrel
in the whole.
Yep, released every year.
Yep, they get rid of it.
And they got
to find it again.
Yep, they lose them.
They got to catch it.
So this will, so this is another thing that people, really kind of look at. So this bourbon whiskey dumped on 3/27/2020.
Okay.
From barrel number 151, stored in Rickhouse H on Rick number 35, individually selected, filtered, and bottled by hand at 93 proof. So kind of neat.
Okay. And that's very specific, and I have not really seen that on most bottles.
Most bottles don't have that information.
And I think we talked about this before. Like, why don't they give more information? It's not like you could really duplicate it or replicate it. So
a lot of single barrels will have some of that data on it, but it really just depends on who's doing it and why. I think that this has just kind of been the tradition, and they want to make it special, so they put all that information on there. I don't know that it matters much. People talk about wanting to get dump dates.
I got dumped on a date. I don't know about dump dates.
Really, we should dive into that.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. They want to get dump dates that match kids' birthdays or special anniversaries or things like that. People look for that. People will go on looking for specific letters that they're missing. They'll want the bottle with a specific letter.
I mean, I feel like these guys are like marketing geniuses, though, because they have, and I guess we'll find out or at least I will find out. You probably have obviously already had this, but not everything they make is amazing, and so, but they have made it so that people think that everything they make is amazing.
Absolutely,
because they're hard to find.
Yep, they're hard.
But I like, as somebody who does graphic design, I can appreciate the presentation and thought that went into it, and I like all the information because I think that's what makes each whiskey unique anyways, and so why not just tell people where it comes from?
Yeah,
I wish more bottles did that.
Yeah,
I wish that Old Tub did that, so that I would know where that darn tub is, and I would put it out of its misery so that nobody else has
would never drink whiskey out of that tub again.
Struggle. Oh my gosh,
that's awesome. So on the back of the bottle is some other really cool information. This registered bottle number is 106.
That's a good number.
How about it? 106.
Okay. All right.
So each bottle is recorded with the master register at Blanton Distillery Company, which we know is Buffalo Trace. But yeah, that's Blanton's right there.
Well, it looks good.
Yep, it sure does.
Does it taste good? Does it live up to the hype?
Let's find out.
Now, I did learn from listening to a couple of these myself that I apologize for the lip smacking in prior episodes, so I will try not to do that. I was like, oh my gosh, this isn't an ASMR video. Let's cut it out.
So what do you think? What do you smell?
A sweetness, for sure.
Okay, so sweetness.
Yeah, nothing
jumps out at you.
Yeah,
right?
Nothing really distinctive, specific. I will say, from the other ones that I've tried, I noticed right away that it was probably going to be sweet.
Yeah.
Which excites me because that tells me it's going to have maybe a little bit of flavor, unlike some of the other ones we've tried.
Yeah, some of the leathery ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you taste it?
No, I didn't know.
Smelled it?
Well, you put yours down. I
already tasted it. Go ahead. Let's do this.
I'm just a guy holding a thing, putting my nose in a glass.
That's right. Now your dominant nostril. Do you have one?
I think it's my right.
Yeah.
But I'm right-handed, so that would make sense.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Right?
It could.
Okay, remind me again. We do the Kentucky Chew, right? Is that what
we can do a little bit of a Kentucky Chew with it if you need to. But I suggest just taking this one in. No lip smack. I like that.
I really tried hard. Cherry? Black cherry? I feel like it would go really well with the Luxardo cherry. Just drop one in there. I do that sometimes.
I think you would make whiskey fanatics and
insane
and enthusiasts you would make them lose their minds.
Right now, what I just said.
Yeah, let's
take it.
Do you have some Dr. Pepper I can put with this?
Take it, men. Just take it like a man. Matt likes his Blantons with a freaking Luxardo cherry.
The cherry.
What are you going to do about it?
The beautiful thing about whiskey is that anybody can drink it. You can drink it how you want. I'm
just saying that because it reminded me of a cherry flavor, but specifically, whatever's going on in those Luxardo cherries, it's something similar. I don't know. It's a dark. Yeah. I wanted to say maybe dark cherry, but that's not a fruit.
Maybe like a dark chocolate covered cherry.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. Yeah. And maybe it's just you saying cherry so much that I can now smell a little bit more of the cherry.
Inception. I incepted your mind with cherries.
Yeah. Definitely there's some fruit. There's some fruit in there, I would say.
I almost said floral, but I don't think so. Maybe on the front end, there's a little bit of a floral.
Yeah. How about on the finish? Anything on the back there?
Like behind me?
Yeah. Back of the tongue.
Yeah, I mean, the front is a little more bitter. The back is a little heavier.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Sure.
Like it feels like a thicker flavor. I would say almost like it's like a darker flavor. I don't know. Maybe it's that kind of that dark chocolate that's sticking to the back, and then the more floral notes are hitting in the front.
Sure. Yeah.
I feel like you're nodding and saying yes, and you're like, this is a bad idea to do this podcast. This guy knows nothing.
No, the beauty about all of this is that each individual has a different palate, has a different, a different sense of what's happening here, and I just like hearing what you're saying.
Did I screw it up by having sour Mike and Ike's before this? Did I mess up my tongue?
Could influence it.
What about the entire bowl of Luxardo cherries I ate right before that? Just kidding.
That could do it.
You know those have alcohol in them, right?
Well, I mean, to me, I get a lot of maple syrup in here, and that could be the pancakes I ate.
Right before this.
Would you like to cleanse your palate and try this again?
I would like to just say something that's probably going to make people mad. But I got to say it. It's not my favorite. I don't dislike it.
It's a good drink.
It's just it's not my favorite. It's surprisingly not as sweet as I thought it from what it smelled like.
Yeah.
We did that in sync.
Just open it up a little bit. Getting a little bit more vanilla. A little bit more vanilla. No, I think that there's probably some truth to that in that yes, this is highly sought after. Some people think it's amazing.
Right.
Some people think it's blah.
I want to know if there's somebody out there that's listening to this right now that is trying it as we try it, because I think that'd be cool. I want to know what other people, even if you've had it and you're not trying it now, and I want to know what other people think.
Yeah.
Like,
why?
Because I'm just curious. Because I don't think I'm the only one that probably has tasted cherry in this before, or has said the floral notes in the front and all that. It's not that I dislike it.
Yeah.
I do like it, and I think that's going to open up a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been, I don't know, how long have you had this bottle opened?
I opened it when I got it. 2020 sometime.
Okay.
Probably towards the end of 2020. I would say. That usually wouldn't matter. That usually wouldn't make a difference.
No, I mean, if it's sealed right. I mean, there's a little bit of a sweeter hit on the back end, I think.
I'm getting a lot more vanilla and things like that.
Yeah, I can see vanilla.
I do feel on the cherry. I feel like the floral that you're saying is it's a complex mix of
It's
some
like a
different things.
Bitterness or something in the front.
Yeah. Do you drink a lot of gin?
Do you
like gin?
I like aviation gin.
Ryan, send us some gin.
His gin is
I don't
so
like gin.
Good.
But
it's like Christmas in a gin.
Christmas in a gin. Yeah, so I wonder if some of the complexities that you're smelling and tasting are, just a combination of some different fruits and wood tones,
right?
That are sort of, kind of coming in there.
And I think it's probably pretty obvious that I have a very good palate when it comes to food and all that. I'm learning to detect things. I think I have a pretty good palate and my ability to detect things in whiskey. But I'm still like, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's kind of like what you would get from a rye or a bourbon. That's
sure.
A corn whiskey. Like, so as I'm learning all of that, I feel like I'm able to maybe recognize what those notes are versus just being like, it's floral.
It tastes good.
It's good. Tastes good.
Here we go again with every episode.
Whatever. Makes sense.
Tastes good, eh?
Tastes good, eh? Yeah, let's make fun of the Canadians.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I think you're onto something there. I think there's, I think you do have a good palate. I think there's some pieces that you're picking up on this that I think are. I mean, cherry sounds good.
I almost said apple at the beginning, but apple has a little bit different of a flavor.
Maybe you're not like the difference between blackberries and elderberries and dingleberries.
Old Tub. Are you talking about Old Tub?
Oh, the Old Tub. Yeah, right. And I don't know. Like, I'm getting some schnozberries on
Schnozberries for sure. Definite schnozberries.
Yeah. So speaking of gin, I think I want to hear about your most recent experience at the gym.
Oh gosh, man, has it really been that long already? Man, we gab, man. All I gotta say is I feel like there's so much content we could talk about in comedy about going to the gym, and I feel like a lot of people have done it. Different aspects of it. One of the ones I don't know, maybe, I mean, I feel like one of the ones that I haven't really heard a lot of is, you hear a lot of like the people that are big and muscular, but you don't hear a lot of the people that are like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know what it is that you're doing, and I don't think you know what it is that you're doing, and it just looks weird. And stop, because like and I feel like everybody probably can relate that there's always that one guy at the gym that's just the crazy guy, and you're like, is he on drugs? Am I being punked right now? Is this a prank? Like, there's like 3 of them at my gym.
Now you're talking about the people that end up on that video of like, you're doing this,
like
way wrong.
Well, it's not even that they're doing anything. Like, there's one guy, I timed him for, it was 15 minutes. Clearly I'm getting a good workout in because this is how I'm spending my time. 15 minutes. He did like, like a sumo stance and then a thrust, but like only thrust like 3 inches
from the sumo
down,
position,
like, kind of bouncing in the sumo stance. Okay. For 15 minutes.
So like squat, jump,
but like
squat,
just this much.
Just okay.
Like barely doing anything.
Yeah.
For 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't, and it's like, you feel bad when you make eye contact with him. because you're like, dude, you got to know what you're doing. Everyone sees, and it just is weird. But then like he looks at you with that confidence.
There's
of like, no, this is right.
This is doing something.
This is doing
something. It has I just remember what they're called. Squat pulses.
It's
squat pulse.
Squat pulse. That's got to be the name of it.
15 minutes. 15 minutes squat pulsing.
And then I think it was like he was like twerking on the ground for another one where it was like the same motion. Well, he was almost, like in football, like a center, how he gets down, hands down like that.
Yeah,
but then he was like doing that. I was like, dude, I'm like, you'd have to do that for like 3 hours to get a stretch in or work out. Like
there's just no way that he's burning calories at that point.
There's no way he's doing anything beneficial. I don't know. And then there's another person who's like doing like, I don't know if it's like karate or taekwondo or what it is, but like, like in a industrial building, there's support beams that hold up the ceiling, and sometimes they put the fire pull thing on it or whatever. Sure. It's just a beam. He's like, just like, but like he has one of those like snow hats.
Okay. A snow hat.
Or like,
like a beanie.
A beanie that covers his eyes.
Are there holes in it?
No, it's just like lower. It's just like here. So like, I don't know if I'm sure he could see, but actually I don't know. It's like here, and then he's like doing karate, and he wears short shorts, very short shorts, a shirt kind of like this. A flannel jacket.
Stop.
Yes, and
while working out,
big work boots that are untied. And I swear at one point I saw him doing like the curly walk on the floor, where he spins in a circle.
No way.
While doing karate.
Stop. You've got to be kidding me.
But the thing is there's another guy that's there that I thought originally was the craziest. Now he's like normal
in comparison
to these other guys. And before like
curly walk and squat pulse. Okay.
And like, but it's like there are people that go up to him, and like sometimes you see like ladies go up to these people and they're like, "What are you doing? This looks legitimate."
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what? This doesn't make any sense. So I want to ask him, like, what are you doing? What muscle are you working out here? I don't know. I don't know where the joke is in this, but I just feel like everyone's got that. And so there's something there about like, I think before when I've done it, it's been like, they think they're doing something great or they have a reason. Like the one guy, I actually flat out asked him once, I was like, what the heck? Like, but I tried to do it in a way that's not like being a jerk, and I was like, so like, what are you doing here?
The old Michael Scott.
Yeah.
What gives you the right?
What gives you the right? And he said something about everyone does calisthenics, or no, everybody does strength training, but this is more of like a calisthenics focus type thing. Like, I don't even know what that is. And
making up words.
He's making up words. Looked it up later. It is a phrase.
Yes.
But yeah, it was just so bizarre. I think just going to the gym in general, it's like I go in, I get out, I go in, I do my stuff, and I leave.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are these people doing all day? And then when it gets filled with people, and I don't know. So I don't know. I think it's talking about the crazy people at the gym.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something there.
Yeah, there's nothing so far.
There's definitely a joke in there. I think your brand of physical comedy sets up really well to just go into what they're
show
doing.
What I've seen.
Yeah, just show what you've seen. But I think the other thing is the conversations that happen off of that with the girls coming up or the people coming up and asking them like, so how did you learn this?
Yeah. And like, what are they going to say?
Oh, I studied from an ancient, Asian
Brazilian Asian guru,
right,
master of the forest,
right? Who would fight pillars,
yeah,
in the jungle, and
I just It's almost like a dance fight.
Right.
Maybe he's training for a dance-off.
It
That's kind of what it seems like.
could be. Maybe he's training for, like, maybe it's slapping competitions he's training for.
It could be that he's a
Slap fighter.
an avid slapper.
Right.
He's working on his slap
Or his
muscles.
wife carrying.
Yeah. Wife carrying. Gotta love that game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Competitive tag.
I feel like it's it's confusing to me when I see it, because like part of me is like, oh, I feel bad. Maybe they have something going on in their head that, you know, whatever. But then like, I don't know. I see other people talking to him that I've talked to, and I'm like, okay. So I don't know. It's just but they're there and they're happy and confident and they're doing their thing and they
Yeah.
seem to be enjoying it.
So what I'm hearing is you don't want to make fun of them. Or at least you don't know
Part
how
of
yet.
me, I don't know how yet,
Okay.
without making them like a victim.
Yeah.
To my joke. I don't want to come off as a bully.
But clearly.
But it is funny that people go and everyone's an expert
Yeah.
when they go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? Like
Yes.
everybody know, like they're what I think is I'm fine making fun of is the people that are flexing in the mirrors.
Okay.
I'm like, we got to stop this. Like, this is like, because it's a bunch of just dudes standing around anyways. Like, which one of us are you trying to impress? I mean, I'm a little impressed, to be honest.
The person in the mirror, clearly,
Yeah.
is who they're trying to impress.
I don't know. And some of these, like,
It's tough.
with the bodybuilders and stuff, some of these poses that they do, like, at what point in life do you ever need to do this? Where it's like you put your hands on your hips and then I don't even know. I have to ask.
You do all of the muscles.
I'm like,
All of them.
But
You get all
why?
of them.
It reminds me of like birds in the wild or something when they're trying to attract a
Ooh.
mate. Like they do
Yes.
like a little dance.
Right.
That's what I feel like this
Or like
is.
their feathers go up, right?
Yeah, like they
peacocks.
Yeah, peacocks. They
Yes.
Muscle heads at the gym are basically the same thing as peacocks.
Couldn't agree more.
It's the human version of a peacock flaring out its feathers.
There you go. I think if you're
There's
looking
something there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you're looking to corner the market on imitating birds on stage,
I gotta add a peacock.
you have it.
They freak
you're
me out.
right there.
They're one of the things that peacocks freak me out. Maybe that's it. It's and I think I was talking to somebody about this. Maybe it was, I don't know if it was here or not, but the animal kingdom and the human kingdom. I was talking to Madison about it yesterday. Yeah, I saw a video of like I don't know, it was like a crocodile eating another baby crocodile or something. It was basically like the animal kingdom doesn't care. Like the animal kingdom doesn't care if your feelings are hurt. Like you don't see two gorillas arguing and then one of them being like, my feelings got hurt, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, and then let's start a GoFundMe page for your feelings. Like you don't see. No, they punch each other in the face. Like eat each other. I saw. Oh, you know what it was? Have you seen the praying mantises?
Yes.
Eating a spider?
No.
Like grabbing a spider
Okay.
and then it just eats its face off.
Okay.
It's disgusting.
All of the eyeballs.
But
and
also
everything.
everything's gone.
That's awesome.
And I was like, the animal kingdom doesn't care about your feelings. It will eat you like a spider.
Sure.
And so I'm like, we've become so that's what it was, is and I started thinking, oh, what are the other things that people do? What are the things that people do that it just would not get away with in the animal kingdom? You'd be screwed. And we're supposed to be the more
Advanced. Yeah.
We've
Not so
lost
much.
it.
Do you know there is one thing that
Really gotten away from this working out joke, but
this
is how it goes. This is how it goes. It's like
It's
you start
true.
with one thing and it's like, okay, this is not ticking, and then it's like, oh yeah, but then there are these things that we do.
Right.
It's like we started with working out at the gym, the crazy things, and I'm sure I can find something there with those guys. I just need to like be around it more. But like the things we
Go
do,
to the gym. Just keep going to the gym.
go to the gym. And so it's like the things we do, as even just talking about males, like even as males, like things we do that we think are going to excel us in any way, whether it be with women or with work or with our friends, whatever, that we're convinced if I could just flex and get my muscles puffed up a little bit, I'm going to be winning in life.
So true.
It really just you standing in front of a mirror flexing. For yourself. But like do Do kangaroos, because kangaroos are pretty darn muscular.
Yeah, they're strong.
Are they ever just like in, a kangaroo pen? I don't know where they live. The kangaroo house where they live.
Yeah.
Their hut.
They build their own.
They build their own huts.
Yeah, you've seen how strong they are.
They just, standing around like, yeah, I still got it.
Do you think there's like middle-aged kangaroos that are out there that like were flabby and like they got onto like a 60-day program and it's like
for sure.
Yeah, all I did was the 3 minutes of push-ups every day.
They're like,
and now look at my torso.
Every kangaroo is like on some sort of steroid workout program.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's called survival.
It's called living in the wild.
It's called being able to punch people.
Maybe that's what I should. That's a good workout. Just send people to Australia to live with kangaroos. Come back ripped.
Just totally ripped. And
zero lower
really
body
short. Well, are you kidding me?
I guess they're
like, you've seen how high a kangaroo can jump. They're low. They never skip leg day.
But that's all tail.
They never skip tail day either.
Never skip tail day. If only I had a tail.
Well, we did have tails at one point, but that's for another episode.
Next time.
All right, I gotta know. Final call on.
Final thoughts.
Yeah, we've let this open up for 30 some odd minutes now. Is it Blanton's or is it Blanton's?
It's a lot of alcohol-y, ethanol burn. Right now, the initial drink that I had was maybe a little smoother. Yeah. I would say, like just now.
Yep.
Not as bitter on the back end, maybe.
Okay. Shoe leather and old books. Sometimes they taste like the smell of a library.
Mm-hmm.
Which can be good. That can be fun. Yay or nay? I guess the question is, do you like it or do you not like it?
I like it more than Old Tub.
Okay, that can't be our bar anymore. We can't use the crappiest whiskey out there.
I would say.
Let me ask you this: if you had 100,
it wouldn't be my go-to. I wouldn't. If I had 100, would I?
If you had $100 to spend on a bottle of whiskey,
would I buy that?
Would you buy that, or would you buy 2 of something else?
Oh, I'd buy 2 of something else for sure.
I think that tells the story that you need to tell.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't buy the gold one for $150.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I've heard the gold one's really good.
Really?
Dang it! I have tried the gold one. The gold one is really good.
Really?
It is really good.
Better than this one, you think? In your opinion?
Probably.
Yeah.
But $150 good?
No.
That's always the question.
Well, what's 150 to you versus 150 to that guy over there?
I'll tell you what, the one thing that I love about bourbon and whiskey is finding those bourbons and whiskeys that will compete with the Blantons, that will compete with the E.H. Taylor, that will compete with the Weller for not nearly as much money.
Yeah.
And to me, the best ability in whiskey is availability.
Yeah.
You just got to be able to get it, or else it becomes not much fun.
That's what she said.
This was an awesome this is an awesome ending to that episode right there. Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome. Thank you, Michael Scott.
Thank you, Michael. You know, he said that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I think you should take another shot.
99% right there. All right.
Great looking flannel.
Thanks.
Love the new haircut.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about my hair. What the?
We're not going to.
Okay. See you next time, Phil.
Next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Next time on Whiskey Bits.
This haircut, future Matt, what my grandkids are going to, when they think of Grandpa, what they're going to think of me, it's going to be this disaster.
Yeah. Maybe just a little grayer.
Probably.
Yeah.
A little grayer, a little dumber.
You think dumber or wiser?
No, I don't think I'm getting any wiser, Phil. I got to tell you. I think as I age, I am nothing like a wine. I'm the opposite of a fine wine. I'm getting older and dumber.
Okay. Hey, thanks for sticking around. That's it for this episode of Whiskey Bits. But if you enjoyed yourself, please like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform.